So welcome to Holland. This is our European distribution centre about an hour south of Amsterdam. This is where we dispatch the parts to all of our European customers. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how it works here, what the process is and how we've made it so easy for our European customers to order parts from us here in Europe. So once you've placed your order, the sales team will drop a ticket down here into the warehouse where the team in this area will set out into the warehouse to pick your goods. So in here we pick parcels that go from one line with one washer or one screw or that special piece that you're needed right up to pallets full of all kinds of different products which we're dispatching both to end user who's got his car in his garage, also to those large restorers that we also deal with on a day-to-day basis. So here we are on the warehouse floor. This is where we keep the vast range of products that we offer for the classic and modern Jaguar. From here we deliver across Europe, and the really important thing for us and for our customers is the fact that these parts are already here within the EU, so there's no duties or additional taxes to pay. The price that you see is the final price, and we can dispatch all of these products plus the additional range that we can order in for you or make to order, dispatch that day, delivery the following day, anywhere in Europe. So at SNG Barratt, we really pride ourselves on being able to offer the comprehensive range for both the classic and modern Jaguar. So that goes from larger products like this exhaust systems, and you can see some panel work there, right down to the smallest nuts, bolts and washers. So it's everything you need for a service or even if you're doing a full restoration on your car. So we work with a really wide range of brands. So you can see here Brembo, Marla, you've got the Morris lubricants there, and also the Lucas brand that's really important to us. We were instrumental in bringing the Lucas Classic brand back to market a few years ago, and the range that we offer both in Lucas and the Geesink range expands week by week. Hepalite, a real classic brand name, synonymous with the early E-types, that XK engine. Hepalite was the brand name used then, and we're really proud to still have those on the shelf now, available for a wide range of the classic models that we supply parts for. This is one of the shock absorbers from a Geesink range, which we brought back to market a couple of years ago. We're extremely proud of this range because not only is it synonymous with the original Jaguar and the other classic marks, we're also really pleased to have brought a kind of standard shock absorber to the market in this range, as well as the other upgraded performance shocks that we do. This is your kind of standard shock from Geesink, and we're really proud to be able to offer this product. At SNG Barratt, it's not just the classic Jaguar that we look after. We do the full range for the modern Jaguars as well. These Brembo discs are a perfect example of the parts that we can supply for your modern car, whether it's a crash repair that you're doing, whether it's a service, or whether you're doing a bit more of a restoration on the car, we can look after you. When it comes to upgrades on a classic car, suspension is always one of the areas that people look at. We really like these shock absorbers from Gaz that have both adjustable damping characteristics, and also you can, on certain ones, you can adjust the height of the car as well using a platform built into the shock absorber. It's classic Jaguars, but across the range there's a Gaz shock available for your car. In addition to the service and crash repair items we do for the modern Jaguars, we also do a number of different upgrades. This is being one example of such. This is the thermostat housing for the V8 models that is an aluminium upgrade on the original, so it gives you better longevity, and you can really rely on this part versus what was in the car originally. Some of the parts that we keep are actually quite difficult to hold on to and stock, but it's the area where we really specialise in terms of getting those parts that you need for your car to your door. And a really good example of this is the range of windscreens that we keep. The E-Type is quite famous particularly for having that curved windscreen that you don't see on a modern car, and you can't get that windscreen everywhere, but you can get it here with us at SNG Barratt. When you get into your classic car, especially if you haven't driven it for a little bit of time, one of the things you really want it to do is start first time. The really good place to work on is the ignition system, obviously. And these 1, 2, 3 ignitions are really popular, and I'd say they're probably the first upgrade that people do in their ignition. There's a various range of them, starting from the simplest up to your tune it yourself Bluetooth version. But the 1, 2, 3 ignition range, an excellent place to start in terms of making sure your car will start. So once we've picked your order, we then obviously put it into a box ready to go out to you. This machine here weighs and takes the dimensions of the box before we send it out, and takes a photo so that we can be sure that the condition it left here is in the right condition for you to receive it at your end. So welcome to the sales room. At SNG Barratt, you can either order via our website at www.sngbarratt.com, or else you can get in touch directly with the team, either via email or over the phone. Our sales teams have got decades of experience between them, so they're the experts you need to keep your Jaguar on the road.
In 2018, I think it was, we were short of space in the old building, and I spoke with Julian Barratt to discuss what is the next step we want to do. We searched for existing buildings in the area. Really hard to find, really hard. So in, I don't know when it was, 2018 maybe, I found this new area where we are standing now. It was still in development, so we had the first choice to pick a plot. We were invited by the town council. Julian Barratt came over and we picked a plot. Then the process was that we went into contact with constructors. We made a plan, we draw the building, and here we are. In the old building we were running out of space. It was really a problem when we had a shipment coming over from the UK. We couldn't store it inside anymore. The offices were really tiny also as the business was growing. So we decided to build a whole new warehouse and large offices in Den Bosch. Yeah, so we decided to go for all concrete. The positive thing about concrete is that the temperature of the warehouse always stays the same, so it's never too warm, never too cold. You don't need pillars, so basically you have one big beam from left to right. It's light, it's bright, it's easy to construct. In Den Bosch, it's new law that you can't have a gas connection anymore. So we're self-sustained. We have 150 solar panels on the roof. On a sunny day, we don't need any electricity. No power. The heat converter will heat up the building. On an average day, at the moment, we do 100 parcels, big and small. So we have tiny parcels go to, for example, Munich, but we have large pallets that can go to everywhere in Europe. So we use UPS, DPD, and Dexter to send our goods out to Europe. Over here we have the recycled plastic to fill up the boxes. If we have tiny and light parts, we use this. The paper for heavy and big parcels. Here at the invoice stage, every confirmed parcel will be invoiced. The label will be printed for either UPS or DPD, and we will split in the racks, DPD, UPS.
SNG Barratt has been in business for more than 40 years, and our European customers have always been very important to us. From our European hub, we look forward to helping you keep your Jaguar on the road now and in the decades to come.